in Delta State, where the Ikolo Clement king of Ewu Kingdom and one of the suspects declared wanted by the Nigerian military has surrendered himself to authorities. Now, Clement, who's a newly installed traditional ruler of Ewu Kingdom in Ogeli South local government area of Delta State, was among the 8 persons declared wanted by the defense headquarters. Now, a former national chairman of the People's Democratic Party in the person of Uche Secondus and members of the Presidential Campaign Council of the party for the 2023 general elections in Rivers State have declared support for Bola Tinubu as the president and the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara. Now, former Minister of Transportation and Director General PDP PCC Rivers State, Dr. Abiye Sekibo, made that declaration at a news briefing in Port Harcourt only yesterday. And the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, that's the FAN, has shut down the KFC outlet in Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos over discriminatory treatment meted out to passenger with reduced mobility. Right, so the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection of FAN, Mrs. Obiageli Ora, disclosed this in a statement on Thursday. Now, as you well know, we said it to you in the news, and we're bringing it to you again as one of the things that you need to know, one of the things that you ought to know. Detained Binance executive Tigran Gambaryan has sued the National Security Advisor, that's the NSA, Nuhu Ribadu, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, over alleged violation of his fundamental rights. Now, Gambaryan, in that motion dated and filed 18th March by his lawyer Olujoke Aliyu, sought 5 reliefs before Justice Inyang Eko. Now, a federal high court in Borno has ordered the military to release 313 suspected terrorists for lack of evidence to nail the suspects after investigations. Now, the Director of Defense Media Operations, General Buba Edward, on Thursday disclosed this during a brief on military operation across in the country, right, in Abuja. And now let's finally, oh no, not finally, let's bring it to your eardrums and to your realization, the fact that the defense headquarters has said troops neutralized 121 terrorists, apprehended 253, and rescued 244 kidnapped victims in different operations across the country in 1 week. Kudos. Now, the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, disclosed this as he was given an update on military operations yesterday in Abuja. And finally, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, that's the FCC-PC, on Thursday said it has uncovered fraudulent methods used by syndicates to sell rice below the claimed weight at the Garki Modern Market in Abuja. Now, the commission, in that statement that has been signed by its acting executive vice chairman, Adamu Abdullahi, said the fraudulent practice was discovered after a targeted enforcement operation at the Modern Market. Okay, so that is what's going on in terms of what you need to know today, being the 29th day in the month of March 2024. Now, let's jump, and bring it to your eardrums. What is going on with the headlines today, right? We'll be looking at quite a number of dailies. Today, we'll be looking at the Punch, look at the Nigerian Tribune, look at every other headline, that makes it the rounds, especially the very, very serious and important ones. Now, let's get on to this one from the Punch newspaper. Big story, CBN raises capital base for mega banks to 500 billion naira. Now, it's got a writer to it. It says Cardoso gives banks 24 months to recapitalize national lenders to raise 200 billion naira. Others 50 billion naira. Page 2 has got that story. And just to the side of the Punch newspaper, we see this one. It says Buhari National Assembly, Sanwo-Olu, others hail Tinubu at 72. Okay, that's lovely. Page 18 has got that story. Now to page 2, Delta bloodbath Military may place bounty on monarch, others declared wanted. Okay, and you'd also go to this particular one right here on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Okay, it seems as though the Punch newspaper is keeping it somewhat simple on its front page today. All right, and like I said, we'll look at other dailies, and at this time we're looking at the Daily Trust newspaper. Now, the Daily Trust newspaper has got this big story as well, just like the Punch newspaper. It says CBN raises capital base to 200 billion naira. It's got two riders. First rider, institutions with international authorization to raise 500 billion naira. And the second rider set 24 months as deadline for recapitalization. Okay, and let's also look at this one right here and right now with the Punch newspaper still. Okay, so I'm seeing this one right here, and okay, I think this, okay, what I see basically on the front page of the Punch of the Daily Trust newspaper is the fact that our president's image is being celebrated, you know, very, very boldly. And yes, I mean, the president marked a 72 years old birthday right there, and yeah, quite a number of persons celebrating him right there. But then let's look at this one now with the Nation newspaper, right? Bank merges, okay, I'll take that one again. All right, this one right here says, report lists why Naira will continue to rally against dollar, and page 7 is having this story. It says bank merges likely as CBN directs 500 billion naira capital base, right? And it's got just one rider with this very newspaper platform. It says Apex Bank expects roadmap by April 30. Financial institutions get March 31, 2026 deadline, right? Like I said earlier, you'd find that story on page 7 of the Nation newspaper. Still with the Nation newspaper, we see this one right here. Tinubu lifting Nigeria to enviable heights, says Buhari, governors and others. And has got one rider. Eminent Nigerian celebrates president at 72. You'd find that story on page 2 of the Nation newspaper. And this one right here, just at the base of the Nation newspaper. My life no longer safe, says journalist freed from military custody. Page 27 has got that story. Okay, and let's go above the Nation newspaper banner right there and taking you to exactly page 5 of the Nation newspaper. Monarch surrenders, Professor, 6 others wanted over soldiers killing. All right, I'll take that again. Monarch surrenders, Professor, 6 others wanted over soldiers killing, and the military is already saying that they might place a bounty should these persons not come out on their own will to surrender for arrest. But then let's give you this one right here. It says quality of work on Lagos Calabar Coastal Road excites Umahi. Page 3 has got that story. And finally, with the Nation newspaper, Renewed Hope Initiative lifts anti-TB campaign with 1 billion naira. Page 3 has got that story as well, right? Keeping it up close and personal with the dailies. This is the pages on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, where we bring, you know, what's going on the front pages of Nigerian newspaper to your eardrums via this platform, so that you have, you know, a good understanding of what's happening with you know, on the dailies. And just to let you in on the fact that you can join the conversation via the studio number 0907 353 0044 or 0908 766 8888, and the WhatsApp portal number is 0909 705 44 It's a public holiday, so I'm sure that you are home and having a good time, especially giving your ears, lending your ears to this particular platform, Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And to that, I'm saying kudos to you. Well done work. And let's, in the spirit of celebration as well, pray for our dear country and allow for the season to, enmesh itself in the minds of our leaders too as well, so that we would have the kind of leadership that we deserve. Okay, but then somebody once said the character is very basic. So as much as we want to change the nation, we must first change ourselves individually as well as collectively. But then also to bring the fact that the newly elected members of the Labour Party have said that they are not aware of any board of trustees, that's BOT, for the party, and that any claim of such for the party was null and void. Now, it also said that a claimed BOT member should show evidence of any BOT meeting in the last decade or else stay in his retirement. Now, the party said about 350 delegates made a decision for Comrade Julius Abure to lead her for a second term, and this sympathy with the SOZ Ejiofor for its claim of taking over the leadership of the party after the train had left the train station, right? Okay, so that is something that is going on right there. As it stands, Abure has returned as the Labour Party chairman, even though the INEC is saying that they are not aware of such convention. The LP had said that they duly informed, the INEC about that. But then Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, has promised to address Nigerians, especially supporters popularly called the Obedient, following the crisis that's rocking the party leadership. So the internal wrangling in the Labour Party turned messier with the re-election of Julius Abure as national chairman, despite the board of trustees' claim that his tenure has expired. So in a tweet yesterday, Peter Obi announced that he will tomorrow, that is today, Friday the 29th March 2024, by 7 p.m. address the Obedience on the way forward. And that is what he has to say. In fact, the way he puts it, it says, "Dear Nigerians, I wish to remind you of my scheduled X-Space engagements with you on, Parallel Facts tomorrow," and all of that. So it seems as though the tussle is still ongoing right there, just when quite a number of persons thought that there was some peace with the Labour Party. It seems as though new information is showing that it might just be a tussle in the coming days. But then it's still the pages right here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and we are on to the Vanguard newspaper. With the Vanguard newspaper right here and right now, we see a big story, boldly written in black. It says CBN's new capital base, top 5 banks in 1.5 trillion naira shortfall, and it's got a couple of writers to it. And this writer is saying international commercial banks get 500 billion naira as minimum. National commercial banks get 200 billion naira, and banks given 24 months deadline. So we might just be seeing a merger in the bank sector just to ensure that the naira crisis has been nipped in the bud, and to ensure safety within the banking. But then let's bring this one to your eardrums. Binance executive sues NSA EFTC. Find that story on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper, and it's got one writer to it. Federal government to arraign Binance, 2 others for alleged tax evasion, April 4. Right? You find the story on page 9, and taking you to page 3, confusion as chairman directors fight over sack of Echo Disco MD CEO. Right? And on page 26, I'll give you the story. It says NIN SIM linkage. NCC insists non-compliant subscribers must be banned today. All right? NCC insists non-compliant customers and subscribers must be banned barred today. All right. Page 26 has got that story. Now to page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. It says, Okwama, DHQ declares Delta Monarch militant leader, 6 others wanted. DHQ declares Delta Monarch militant leader, 6 others wanted. All right. Page 5 has got that story, and yes, such a development at a very critical time of that investigation might just be a way, out into positivity. But then let's look at this one just at the very, very top of the Vanguard newspaper front page. And it says, Nigeria records second electricity system collapse in 2024. Nigeria records second electricity system collapse in 2024. Page 19 has got that story. And we have this one too. It says on page 2, persons in corridor of power behind my ordeal. Persons in corridors of power behind my ordeal. Olatunji Freed, news editor right there, is saying that. In another daily front page, he says, my life no longer safe. Well then, we hope that the citizens, did I say citizens? Well, yeah, maybe we also have a role to play. But then the security agents would also ensure that they also get to the root of that for him to say that his life no longer safe, especially now that he's out, from wherever he was held. Yeah, it's calls for some concern. I mean, it is for some reason, though. For some reason, it has been alluded that in Nigeria, we have not been able to draw up common grounds as to the value that is placed on one life. That if only we knew the value of what one life costs, a nation, a society, a family, maybe, just maybe, we would take, seriously and take into account every life that was lost. Just taking you back to the value, the love, right? The solidarity, the strong backup that was given to the 17 slain soldiers, at the military cemetery right there where they were buried. Your souls rest in peace. Where the president was in present, and he made some very salient, strong declaration. I mean, if every Nigerian's life, this is not to water down, the price that these military personnel paid, but I'm saying that if every Nigerian life was celebrated that way, was seen that way, we probably would not be where we are today. All right. Okay. So we see this one right here. Okay. That would be all with the Vanguard newspaper today. Yeah. Then I'm moving away from the Vanguard newspaper. Let's get on to yet another newspaper. And like we said, we promised to bring it to your eardrums, the newspapers, the front page of newspapers as they break, as they come in. We'll bring it to your eardrums so that you know exactly what is going on in Nigeria. And just to also give you a follow-up information, very important, you want to see what's going on live in the studio right here at Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, well, you can do so. And you are asking, how can I do so? You can get on to our YouTube channel at Eagles FM Abuja, or get on to the Facebook page. That would be at Eagles FM Abuja, and you would see exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, it is so beautiful in here, and it will give you the grounds to saying that yes, I am a member of the Eagles family. Okay, yes, I tell you, I feel proud and you should feel proud too as well. So get on to, on these various platforms that I mentioned. Firstly, the YouTube channel. Be sure to make a subscription or subscribe to the channel at Eagles FM Abuja. And then you can also get onto the Facebook page wall and give us a follow, give us a like, and we would be much appreciated of that. And and as you do so, of course, you can spread the love across every other platform that we find, strong presence in. Talking about Twitter, that's X, and TikTok, Instagram, right? Very, very important. You can as well visit our website, www.eaglesfm.com. Download our app on iOS and Play Store. It is very, very important that you do so. Okay, so let's bring the Guardian newspaper to your eardrums. So the Guardian newspaper has got this story. It says 6 months on, 76 embassies, 109 foreign missions await new envoys. 6 months on, 76 embassies, 109 foreign missions await new envoys. Page 6 has got that story. But just before I go ahead with the Guardian newspaper, let's quickly engage and pay some bills. When we come back, you already know that the pages will be on and the phone lines will be open for your calling pleasure as well as for your engagement, so that we can have a very, very intellectual, intelligent, a conversation as we progress. All right, so keep it locked on the dial, Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We give you a radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day, and that's for certain.
No offense to the commercials. It's just that we want to see other audio.
Eagles 102.3.
The city of Abuja is about to encounter one day of perfection, completeness, power, authority, healing, and Breakthrough Conference 2024. One day to shape the new year as the year begins. We lay the foundations with prayers, fasting, and prophetic directions from God's mouthpieces. Come and ignite your new year in the fires of God's presence with our pastor, Pastor Karthi G. Benson, and special guest speakers, Minister K.I. and Joshua Moses, on the 20th of April 2024. Venue, Zoological Garden, opposite Area 1 Shopping Complex, Garki, Abuja. Time, 4 p.m. Come and command your day. Remember, God can be trusted.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
I suppose it was inevitable. Eagles 102.3.
Hi there. Do you want to know how to get the correct approval or documents for your land and property? Do you need the right information on how you can prevent your building from being demolished? Then tune in to Town Planning Program on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja every Thursday by 5 p.m.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
right, welcome back and thank you for staying with us. This is The Pages on Eagles 102.3 FM, Abuja. I'm excited because it is holidays. I mean, the Easter Friday it is. But I'm particularly excited because you are live, hale and hearty, listening to the sound of my voice. And the fact that I am also alive to see a day like this. I mean, the federal government has declared, today being a Friday, the Easter Friday. And then Monday, which happens to be an Easter Monday, all of that has been declared a public holiday. So you can imagine, having, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday all to yourself. But don't worry, you're not going to be by yourself because Eagles 102.3 FM never goes on break. So we would always be here to channel your energies and give it a positive outlook. And of course, that's why we name this very particular morning belt the Eagles Morning Rise, right? Which comprises the pages. It comprises inspiration, quotes. It comprises the news. It also comprises, sports, because at top of the hour, 8 o'clock, Vika is going to be taking you on the Eagles wings on sports, taking you around the world of sports, right? And then finally, of course, we get back, at exactly 9 a.m. to bring the Eagles Outlook to you, sample a particular case of national importance, and allow for a very, very incredible, discourse on such topical issues. Once again, in case you're just tuning in for the first time, my name is Udwak Daniel, and I'll be piloting the affairs, as I am doing right now. And you want to engage with with us at the moment, you want to be a part of what's going on, I mean, you could do so. The studio lines are open. 0907-353-0044 is that number to call. The other number is 0908-766-8888, and the WhatsApp portal number where you can send a WhatsApp voice note, you can send a WhatsApp message to, you can give me a text message as well via the WhatsApp portal number, and that is 0909-705-4450. We're still looking at the Guardian newspaper, and the Guardian newspaper, this one has it for saying CBN gives banks 2 years to meet 500 billion naira new capital base. Page 6 has got that story, and this one says Reps queries OAGF's payment of 15 billion naira to Remita, accuses CBN of complicity. And news page 26 has got that story. And then we are also bringing this one to your eardrums via this platform, and it is found on the Guardian newspaper front page, and that would be the IPI, NGE, NUJ condemn military's abduction of journalists, seek punishment, right? And now you'd find that story on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Have I brought the Nigerian Tribune newspaper to your eardrums just yet? Have I done that? Well, I'm not sure, but just to be sure, let's get on to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Quite a very, very straight to the point, short and brief. It's got the stories, and I'm bringing it into your eardrums now. All right, so let's get on to page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Page 3 says, Sekibo Secundus Omehia, others pledge support for Tinubu Fibura, and you'd find that story on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. It's got one writer, wants Wike cautioned. All right, now page 29 has got this one. It says hoodlums attack Anambra Divisional Police headquarters with IEDs. That is some story, right? And then on page 24, it's got this story, and it says Okwama killings. DHQ declares 8 suspects wanted. All right, DHQ declares 8 suspects wanted, and it's got this writer to it. It says to release 131 suspected terrorists to Borno government as ordered by court. I'll take that one again because it has everything to do with what we'll be talking about later on at 9 a.m. today. to release 131 suspected terrorists to Borno government has ordered by court. Page 4 has got that one, and this one is about the Kwame killings, where the defense headquarters is declaring 8 suspects wanted. Okay, now we have this one too right here. It might just be the very last one with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, and you can find it on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune. It says, how military abducted, chained me for 14 days. Released editor narrates ordeal. How military abducted, chained me for 14 days. Released editor narrates ordeal. Okay, so that is found on page 25. Now, officially, we open the phone lines so that you also be a part of the conversation. But just as we have said, it is very important to bring to your eardrums the fact that the nationwide darkness has hit as Nigeria, as the national grid is collapsing for the 4th time in 2024 amid the Easter holidays. And this would be a time when Nigerians would have expected that for the Easter that they had, power supply, and many have decried the fact that they not having power supply is crumbling a lot of things. It's crumbling even businesses, and they've alluded it to the fact that an economy cannot run properly if we do not, bring a change or transform the power sector and give it the facelift it deserves. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Fine, thank you. Good morning to you. Happy Easter.
So my name
you.
is GB.
Sorry?
My name is GB.
GB. Okay, GB. Where are you calling from, though?
Yes. KFC sanction for discriminating against the disabled, the person with ability.
Yes.
Let me tell you, people are saying because that man is the son of a governor, that's why they are capable. If it's ordinary person, nobody will do anything. Let me tell you something. Sometimes ordinary person are not able to do the right thing. Number one, the person was able to get the video and audio conversation and went to the right channel. After connecting to YouTube, on the Twitter, he made the right people and applied sanction. Sometimes the ordinary man not ready to do that. They say, leave them alone, let them go their way. I will not come here again. It's the right time we start to use the instruments of the law and institution to punish any organization that violates our rights. But sometimes we leave them and say, leave them alone. We don't get enough evidence against them. I didn't think there's no any video or audio recording. They will have denied and said, no, they don't even see this man at all. Even if he's not the president. But I'm telling you that Nigeria should learn that, look, when you have enough evidences and you go to the right place, you will get justice. I've tried many in the law and I get justice in many places when you got the right, we meet the right people with the right evidences that nobody can fault. You see that you get the right thing. The secondly, I want to commend the government for this road, that's a coastal line road from Lagos to Calabar. It will be a game changer. Calabar to Lagos will be less than 4 hours if that road is completed. Now, from Lagos to Calabar, it will spend like 24 hours. But today, when that road is completed, I'm telling you, it will be less than 4 hours. And it opened the door along the coastal line development, establishment of industry, a lot of things there. So I'm looking forward to it to completion. And when it's complete, you will see that the economic value of that road to Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, GB, for that one. Appreciate it. Right, GB, talking about the sanctioning of those who had violated the rights of the person with disability, and that, on it from his own point of view, is if the person did not know the right means or did not take the necessary steps, he might not just get, the justice that he deserves. Okay, so he's also enjoining each and every one of us to follow the process, follow the process, that he has done that and it has worked for him. But then many times we are very lackadaisical about following the process, and we just go, leave them to God. Leave them to God. Let them go. I'm not going to patronize them again. I'm not going to follow this route again. I'm not, but that does not bring sanity to the system. And yes, when the good is being done, let us herald the good, right? It is very, very important to do so. Now, I got this one via the WhatsApp portal. It says, good morning, my brother, Uduak Daniel. Good morning to you. It says, happy Good Friday to you. That's right. And to all Christian brothers and sisters. Happy Good Friday to you too, my brother. He says, this is Samuel from Kuje. While it is good to wish the president happy and wonderful birthday, he should be reminded that people are suffering and there is still insecurity all over the land. High cost of living is on the increase. Hoodlums making people sleepless nights and restless mind. He should pay attention on how to sort out these problems. I hope the NCC will bar the bandits, kidnappers, and all the terrorist lines today and not target innocent and poor citizens only. I am looking forward on the day to the day every individual's lives in this country will have value in the eyes of our leaders. I say this because some of our leaders don't care about the lives of the citizens. And you go on to saying Nigeria must be great no matter what the enemies of this great country are doing. It is well with our country, Nigeria. And he says, have a great and wonderful day, my brother Daniel. Okay, here remains Samuel from Kuje. And Samuel, you've said it all. I mean, I'm sure the president has taken into cognizance, most of these, especially as he celebrates his 72nd birthday. And value should indeed be placed, on every Nigerian's life. If that, has become the situation, we would not be facing, some of these issues that we face. And we would see each other as brothers and sisters and not as enemies, so to speak. But then a lot begs to be seen, a lot needs to be done, and this is what we are calling for. Taking this call. Hello, good morning.
Hey, and good morning.
Good morning to you. Very well, thank you. BB blessing. Yes, so happy Good Friday to you too.
I hope you don't buy chicken. I've been a cow. I don't know. I'm big cow. I'm I just everybody I will call her because I'll come and eat for your free.
Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem.
No problem. I know my salary is there.
Yes, so all right.
God bless you. I know say my peace is not Japan. I hope you don't go Japan follow am. No Japan. Not is my mistake.
Yeah.
God bless you.
No crumbs,
Is there waiting people go here? My name is Bibi Bless. I call it from Osako. Odwa, if there waiting person go here, you know what to hear and again at all. Why we no go treat ourselves the way we do? Why this is such the apple for A, you no go apple for B? Why is it be like that? Now so God what is? My brother, I hear something this morning about Biden. They say no, they release them. Release them for waiting. Something come out talk that they say Biden is a pusher of Nigeria. I say what for? Is it this people where this body they kill? Are they cow? Are they not a human being? Why this they go arrest them and they say somebody go come and say make they release them? Why is it be like that? That is why when we say we are one Nigeria, some people say no, I'm not one Nigeria. Because if we are one Nigeria, how you say after A, the hand when you say handle A, take a handle B. Why I'm talking like this? See what he happen for Delta State. They say kill all the villagers because he happen for A. Abi, now you want to apple for B, they say no, let's go. I don't know whether this killing or it touch one of these people when they say let that they go, whether their father, they don't kidnap their father, or their sister, or their wife, or it could be their self. I'm not really understand. Then we treat ourselves the way we be, the way we is. Please, why this person keeps with her? They go arrest her, put for prison, they go kill her. Up to now, for people when they go for prison, they never see release them. Darkness or bad days, they don't catch them now, they say make them release. It is well with Nigeria. I tell president, let God help us to carry Nigeria and go to the next level. God bless you. God bless our country.
Thank you. God bless Nigeria. God bless the country. And yes, in fact, it's part of what we're going to be having a conversation on come 9 o'clock this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Yes, good morning to you too. Is this on my time?
Thank you. This is Alvin calling from Central Area this morning.
All right.
First of all, let me greet my Muslim brothers and sisters, Jumat Mubarak, and as always, that Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Taala accept our supplications as act of ibadah and grant our dear nation peace and progress. And to my Christian brothers and sisters, I say Happy Good Friday to everyone. Quickly on Daniel, on Debola Daniel's case, the young man that was discriminated against in his own, father's land, I mean, for me, it's a great lesson. Daniel, I will say this, that there are some people, in this country that have decided, to always, play the victim card.
Right.
These people, no matter what happens, they can never, get their mentality out of that, victimhood, playing politics and always, segregating themselves. Oh, I'm a poor man, child. I said this because I saw a lot of reaction, particularly on the X.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people are condemning the young man. Oh, it is because you are son of a governor, former governor, a sitting senator. That is why, the government took it serious. And for me, I'm a son of, I'm from a humble background. And I'm complaining to you that since my existence as a Nigerian, I have never, been taken advantage of because I am a son of a poor man. I know my right and I know how to go about fighting it. And I will never belittle myself and say, oh, because I'm a father or my father is this, and I decide I'm not a complete Nigerian. It's really unfortunate for a lot of people, who always play that victimhood. And on the construction of, Lagos Calabar road by President Bola Tinubu, I just have this good news for, the naysayers, those who are encyclopedians of bad news, those who only call on radio to talk and document bad news about Nigeria. You will never see them say something positive about the country. A new Nigeria is possible, and it is happening under President Bola Tinubu. Whether you like it or not, Nigeria is moving to a greater height. Whatever you profess from your mouth, I wish so for you and your family. But for the larger, population of Nigerians, goodness, and success, prosperity shall happen to every one of us who believes in a new Nigeria under the current President Bola Tinubu country. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much right there. A new Nigeria is possible, a new Nigeria is beaconing. And yes, there has indeed been great reforms, in Nigeria. And it's not all bad, right? It's not all bad. And we must give it, to this current administration in the giant strides that it has taken to rewrite history, to rename what we are used to, what you're used to before as a bad, experience, and giving it a facelift, new experience for us. The only thing is that there are some persons who, regardless of what you say, might just be very, very attuned to the negativity rather than look on the brighter side with the mantra of the president for a renewed hope administration to see in the positive. But look, if we want to be very honest and truthful, we should always look at things, from both sides and not just want to dwell on the negatives, because the negatives were there from time immemorial, and trying to redress issues comes with a lot of responsibility and a lot of challenge. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Yes.
I want to talk on this national grid collapse.
What's your name, please?
My name is Abdul, calling from Suleja, Niger State.
All right, Abdul, let's hear you. Go ahead.
You see, this national grid collapse, and now we are hit season. Petrol is cost, diesel is cost. We cannot even power our generator. The light we rely on also now is collapsed. So we don't know what to do. It's only God that will save us in this country. And I hope they should fix it on time, so that I come back to our feet. At the same time, I want to congratulate the president for his birthday. I wish him more long life and prosperity. And I wish my Christian brothers and sisters Good Friday.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Abdul, for that one. Well, I mean, the power situation is no news again. And for the fourth time in the year 2024, there is a power grid, going down. It just does not, tell good for the country at a time like this. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Daniel.
That's right. What's your name, please?
Hi. My name is Salati. In fact, it's not easy to get you online. That is why I have sent my voice record. So
okay. I get it. But I see your voice record though. Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
Okay, let me speak so that you don't have to use the voice record
okay,
again.
No problem.
I want to start by commending the Coastal Riot road they are talking. See, everyone is entitled to his opinion. Do you know what I heard? Calling radio stations and be attacking people. Everybody is entitled to his opinion. Person may decide to choose the good news. Person may decide to choose the bad news.
Right.
Now, how will you be releasing the repented bandits? What have government do to the victims of these bandits? Tell me, what have government do to the victims? Many people lost their livelihood. Many people's family have been scattered by these criminals. And now you'll be hearing, just like what Bibi Blessing say, now you will be hearing that they are rehabilitating them, bringing them to society. In what way have the government looked at the people and say, okay, who are the victims? We want to resettle these people. We want to compensate them. They are not doing that. They will spend our hard and taxpayer money in the effort of rehabilitating money. See, the criminal president said they should treat them as terrorists. They should treat kidnappers as terrorists. Why rehabilitating them? Why spending government money on them? I'm in disagreement with that, and I'm not happy with that this morning. I want to wish President happy birthday. Wish him many more years. But for him to know that Nigerians are suffering, he should do something to uplift them from this hard and the hardship that they are into this country. Thank you for giving me the privilege. Nobody.
Thank you so much, Selassie, for that one. And can we squeeze in yet another call? Anyways, though, you can get on, with the Eagles 102.3 FM studio line 0907-353-0044 or 0908-766-8888. It's one thing for the president to celebrate his birthday, but it's another thing for him to also be aware, and the president has shown that he is not unaware of what's going on, and he has made some very, very huge powerful statements talking about how he would not sit back to watch things break away, to watch Nigeria break off or wash away, right? And there's been very huge talk about, the positives and the negatives. And just like Selassie said, people choose whatever they want to choose, right? But I would want to admonish that we looked on the brighter side more than we looked at the negativity. All right. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name, please? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Maraba.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you. I greet my brother Selassie for his wonderful contribution and the rest of patriotic Nigerians. In as much as people choose to react to whatever they want to react to, but there is what we call optimistic. Am I correct?
Yeah, optimism.
Then why is it that you don't come outside to cry out what is happening in your own family? Then because everybody is trying to fix his family, because we are all family. Nigeria is encompassing of everybody. So it's Nigeria as far as we are a single family in Nigeria. You get my point? So that is why you see the world doesn't portray they are bad lenient outside. But it is only in Nigeria I have seen. Because I have asked this question several times. Because I listen to even outside country radio station, even TV station. I know exactly that, but I have never heard people talking so ill about their country like the way we talk ill about our country. Then are we different? You see, I think let me congratulate Nigerian and congratulate our president for the good job he's doing. And I know, just like what Salati said, a renewed hope is in fact is sacrosanct. We'll definitely get it right. Whoever doesn't want a good thing to happen in this country, fine. Maybe if that person have another country to go, you can go. As far as I'm concerned, we believe in Nigeria, and Nigeria will definitely come to limelight. We'll be great again. Thank you. Have a good day.
Oh, thank you so much right there. Okay, I've seen this message. It means staying positive is just what it is. But then that is also notwithstanding when you see the ills, you talk about it, but then you can also give a positive perspective, at the end. Because you don't throw away the child, with the bath water. And of course, you correct a child with the left hand, you drag the child back with the right. I mean, it's just what it is. Now, let's get this message right here. This one says, good morning, Obong Odwak, and happy Good Friday to you. Happy Good Friday to you too, and good morning. It says, if the way things have been done and Labour Party is allowed to continue, the party will soon go down into oblivion. It seems the embattled chairman of the party, Mr. Abure, is acting a script that will finally lead to its total collapse. As the drama continues, Peter Obi is advised to look for a viable platform to project his political ambition because he's too sophisticated to be identified with such characters in Labour Party. Also, it seems there's a sabotaging spirit behind the incessant collapse of the so-called national grid. It's not out of place to suspect that the people behind this national embarrassment are always smiling to the bank to the detriment of the economic growth of our country. May God bless Nigeria. Comrade Ulo Basi, you've got that to say. Well then. Such a very, very, straight to the point view you've got there, Comrade Ulobasi. And I just hope, against hope, that the good should come to bear and that everything that is hidden should be brought, to the open so that enough is enough. I mean, we've suffered enough as a people and we need to have some faith, a reason to hope, a reason to believe. Right, that things will get better, and join every worthy Nigerian, every Nigerian actually, because everybody's worthy, everybody's life has value, to wishing our dear country a good Friday, as well as hoping against hopes that everything will work together for our good, and that whatever it is that you find your hands doing, it prospers, and that you would never be found wanting, even in the dire situation that you may find yourself. You will always get help and assistance, right? This is where we call it a close for the pages. I've got Vic and Vic in the studio, and it's going to be taking you on eagle's wings, soaring highly into the world of sports, and looking at all sides of the conversation. We'll come back at exactly 9 on the AM side to have a political discourse with you. But until then, keep listening. Don't go away.